Greetings, everyone. I'm Jed Schlackman. I work as a holistic counselor, spiritual energy healer, and hypnotherapist, and I'm also an author. So for this video, I'll be reading a chapter from my book, Consciousness, Creation, and Existence, A Guide to the Grand Adventure. You can find the book on Amazon in both ebook and hard copy formats. We'll begin now at the start of chapter 2 for this segment. And the chapter begins with a quote from the Handbook for the New Paradigm, Volume 2. This quote states, "That which assaults the comfort zone of the belief system can oftentimes contain the elements for moving to the next level of evolvement and deserves consideration." Hidden history and secret knowledge. Beginning in the middle 1990s, I became motivated to explore the origins of the Christian religion, particularly with readings about the Essenes, a mystical sect who many authors claim to have been connected to an historical Jesus person upon whom the Christian religion is centered. The Essenes in biblical times included a community at Qumran along the Dead Sea in Israel. In the 1940s, a library of scrolls that had been assembled by the ancient Essenes was unearthed, leading to new scholarship and controversy about the roots of Christianity. The information available about the Essenes indicated that there were multiple settlements of this sect with varying lifestyles. Some were highly monastic, while others were more integrated into the surrounding culture. The Essenes seem to have overlaps with Gnosticism, Buddhism, Egyptian mystery schools, and other teachings and cultures of their era. They believed in reincarnation and practiced holistic healing, with vegetarianism being a practice promoted by the Essenes and required for initiation into their inner circle. I discovered there were modern-day Essene communities in the USA and Africa, with the modern leader of the Essene movement being an American who had taken on a Gandhi-like lifestyle and adopted the name Abba Nazariah as he set up Essene communities in California and Oregon. There was a part of me that resonated with the Essenes, though this was just a stepping stone along my path of expanding awareness. Learning about the Essenes led me to explore many New Age teachings, occult belief systems, and Eastern religious philosophies, as the Essenes were holders of ancient wisdom teachings and offered a window into the complex cultural, historical, and spiritual context within which Christianity had arisen and evolved. Information about the Essenes and related phenomena came from accounts shared by people engaged in past life regression, channeling, and archaeological and historical research. It became apparent to me that the Christian religion was not what it appeared to be, that the origins of the Bible included ancient Egyptian and Sumerian texts and traditions, as well as Gnostic texts, pagan symbolism, and occult codes, with nothing at all unique or original about Christianity, except perhaps the degree of influence it has had in its dogmatic, politicized form as developed by the Roman Catholic Church and Protestant offshoots. Over study of several years, it became apparent to me that religious worship seemed connected to reverence for ancient extraterrestrial visitors and teachers, as well as symbolic honoring of celestial bodies such as the sun, moon, planets, and constellations. Ancient Shamatic understanding of natural forces and metaphysical principles seem to be hidden within outer facades of symbolism combined with moral teachings, political or cultural propaganda, and idolization of royalty. Even in modern times, we idolize stars from entertainment and politics and patronize companies whose logos incorporate names and symbolism from ancient mythologies. This theme has been analyzed at length by writers such as Michael Sarian, Jordan Maxwell, and David Icke, all of whom associate this with the idea that behind-the-scenes powers guide civilization for self-serving agendas. My research and explorations have shown me that potent information has been encoded in popular myths and symbols for centuries and millennia, so that those initiated into the occult traditions could understand the hidden knowledge, while the unaware masses would look at the medium holding the information without even knowing that such information was present. In recent years, the idea that secret societies can pass along information in such a manner has been publicized to some extent by Dan Brown in the Da Vinci Code novel, which borrows from scholarship into occult history. The Da Vinci Code, though, focuses on suggesting an alternate version of history which recognizes a single Christ character and the relevance of royal bloodlines, rather than strongly promoting any deep spiritual or metaphysical awareness. The Gnostic teachings of pursuing self-knowledge are only hinted at by the popularization of the Da Vinci Code. Many people who have encountered the ideas in the Da Vinci Code have begun to question organized religion and conventional Christianity. This is like a doorway or perhaps a rabbit hole, using an Alice in Wonderland metaphor, through which people may go much further in expanding their awareness. If there are books, artwork, and stories that are spread throughout a culture, then it would be difficult to eliminate these. Therefore, those mediums can be used in preserving any encoded knowledge. The metaphysical ideas offered in this book you are now reading have been taught in various forms over the course of history, but usually only to people in a select caste of society. After all, those with knowledge of creative principles can more consciously influence their external experience, especially if most others around them don't know how to consciously work with creative principles. Of course, just knowing of the principles doesn't mean someone is spiritually mature enough to apply them in a balanced manner. You may consider that as a disclaimer of sorts, presented for those who focus their intentions to shift their life experience and subsequently become unhappy with the experienced results. Sir Francis Bacon, the English occultist who was involved in the publication of the King James edition of the Bible and of the Shakespeare plays, is known for the quote, "Knowledge is power." In order for any persons to gain a monopoly or advantage over others in regard to power, they would want to elevate their own knowledge while suppressing knowledge among others. Keep that in mind when considering how you've come to believe things that are incorporated into your own worldview. I personally discourage people from becoming involved in secret societies and religious organizations, since the knowledge they have secreted is publicly available if you seek it out, and is also embedded within creation itself and our own deepest awareness. Joining those organizations usually involves giving away some of your power and freedom to them. Many secret societies have an outer veneer of promoting spiritual knowledge and humanitarian efforts, while their hidden purpose is to build loyalty among initiates who can later be brought into higher degrees where dark agendas are pursued. If you study major tyrannical regimes and historical genocides, you will often see that certain secret societies fostered these acts of oppression and aggression based upon their attitude of the ends justify the means. When you join a group that enforces loyalty and secrecy oaths, you then become trapped in the system and separated from your original life and individual goals and values. You can't be sure what the inner workings of the group are when you join, so why take an unnecessary risk? For spiritual support, it is better to build an informal spiritual community that values the freedom of its participants. This concludes Chapter 2. Again, the title of the book is Consciousness, Creation, and Existence, A Guide to the Grand Adventure. For those interested in spirituality and holistic health, I invite you to visit my website, phinsights.com. That's spelled phinsights.com. For now, I wish each of you a wonderful day. Namaste.